Israel and Hamas have agreed for a temporary pause in the war that will enable the release of about 50 people that are currently being held captive in Gaza ever since the Hamas armed group stormed southern Israel in exchange for Palestinians held in Israeli jails. The Israeli cabinet backed the agreements after talks on a Qatar-mediated deal that took very long to complete. Foreign media reports stated that there were reportedly heated exchanges between ministers of Prime Minister Netanyahu's government. Ambassador Suresh Goyal, a former diplomat, is joining us on the broadcast. Well, this is certainly big news coming in. Do you believe that this truce is through now, Ambassador Goyal, this temporary pause? Is it but official now?
No, because since morning we have been hearing the news. Israel has confirmed. There was a clip today from where Netanyahu seems to have confirmed that the deal has been agreed to. Clearly, the deal has been agreed to, but he also indicated that the war will go on. So it's only a temporary truce for 5 days, during which certain number of hostages, 50 would be released in return for 200 Palestinians to be released from the Israeli jail. Sorry, 150, 3 for each. And that there were several other conditions which have been practically agreed to on both the sides. So essentially 5 days of truce for a movement of the hostages and the civilian aid into Gaza. That's it really. Yep.
Yes. What does this though mean for the conflict going ahead? Group Captain UK Devna, defense expert, if I can rope you in here.
Oh yes, a very big positive and significant development. Any war in present day era must end soonest with both parties agreeing for a ceasefire. This ceasefire may last for say 4 days practically on ground, but final details are yet to be known. One of my friends was telling me that Hamas is insisting that they will release the first batch of these 50 Israelis only after 4 days. This is maybe a way of further small negotiating details. Hamas first wants to see how sincere is Israel as far as ceasefire is concerned. Hamas still feels that Israel Air Force is continuing with very heavy bombing of its targets. And it is a way of Hamas. It has promised it will release 50 people, but it says first it will observe whether Israel stops bombing for 4 days. Another input says that Hamas has said after 4 days it will start releasing only 10 people at a time. So that means if that actually happens, then say it will take 5 more days to release 50 people. So Hamas is now negotiating for small, step-by-step, very minute incremental improvement in its bargaining power. I think finally Israel cabinet, which has agreed, war cabinet, which has agreed, will finally agree to these small requests of Hamas. They are under pressure from US also. Yes.
Absolutely, because Ambassador Goyal, obviously, there are a lot of negotiations taking place, backed by various different countries in this, in this juncture, from Qatar to the US to various other foreign countries have enabled this dialogue, this attempt at a truce, even if temporary, isn't it?
See, what has happened is that the first batch of 50 hostages, which are going to be released by Hamas in the batches of 10 each day, 5 days, 50 hostages, 10 each day, and then each day there will be 6 hours of kind of a moratorium on Israel flying drones over the Gaza airspace, because they were afraid that they will monitor the movement of the civilians who are freed or the movement of Hamas. Al Jazeera has already reported extensively on the deal in this respect. Now, many countries are interested in pushing this deal, but particularly the USA, simply because out of the 50 hostages, many of them are going to be either the Israeli civilians or those who actually are the foreigners who were stuck as the hostages. So it's USA which is also under considerable pressure to get their citizens out of Gaza would benefit from this deal. And therefore the pressure from the other governments, particularly the USA.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.